Hello, my name is Douglas Bloch. I'm an author and a depression survivor. Welcome to your Depression Recovery channel. In our last video, we talked about being in nature, as we are here in beautiful Wilshire Park in Portland, Oregon, how being in nature was an essential part of healing from depression. Now I want to talk about another aspect of nature, which is natural light, which we see all around us. The sun's beginning to set here on this beautiful sunny day in November. And light is really important to physical, mental, and spiritual health. Think of phrases like saved by the light, or the light at the end of the tunnel, or he saw the light of day. This shows us how important light is to human functioning and human well-being. Now, unfortunately, as the winter approaches us, especially in the northern climates, the days get shorter, the nights get longer, and as a result of these short days, some people are susceptible to something called seasonal affective disorder, S.A.D., also known as winter depression. And the change of seasons and the decrease in light brings on certain changes of mood, certain adverse changes of mood that people feel that are very similar to depression and anxiety. I'm going to read some of them to you right now. First of all, during the winter, people find they have an increased need for sleep. They have difficulty getting out of bed in the morning and starting the day. They have increased lethargy and fatigue. They crave carbohydrates. They often gain weight. And there's decreased physical activity. They feel like a slug. So their whole system is shutting down, kind of like going into hibernation, right? But, you know, if you are living in a city and you have a 9-to-5 job, it's really difficult to function like that. So S.A.D. can really affect people's well-being and their performance during the winter months. Seasonal affective disorder usually starts in October, November, and eases up in April and May. And scientists believe that this is caused by the decrease in winter light, which desynchronizes the body clocks and also affects the circadian rhythms and messes with the transmitters melatonin and also serotonin. Now, here in Portland, Oregon, where the skies are cloudy all day, right? We have the foremost research center in the world for S.A.D., and that's Oregon Health Sciences University. I've spoken with the scientists up there and the researchers, and they tell me that the best way to treat S.A.D. is through exposure to light therapy. And in just a moment, I'm going to tell you about how you can bring light therapy into your life during the winter if you do suffer from S.A.D. So first, let me tell you what light therapy does. It actually restores the balance of the transmitter melatonin, also serotonin, and it basically works as well as an antidepressant just through light therapy. Now, let me tell you what the components are of light therapy. First, there's something called the light box you can buy. Some of them are expensive, some of them are modest, like for $50 you can get a decent one. And what you do is you sit in front of this light box in the morning, you hold it about 12 to 24 inches in front of you. It has to be what's called 10,000 lux, L-U-X, that's a measure of how bright something is. And you should do it for maybe 15 to 20 minutes. So sit in front of a light box the first thing when you get up in the morning, and this wakes you up and stimulates the decrease actually of melatonin, because that's the sleep hormone. So look at the light box first thing in the morning. The second thing you should do is get up out of bed and walk outside for maybe 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's rainy or cloudy, there's still enough natural light in the early morning to reset your body clock. The next thing you should do is basically light up your home as much as you need to. This includes making sure that you have, you know, kind of brighter wallpaper and not dark furniture, light furniture. So make sure your surroundings reflect a lot of light. Choose to live in dwellings with large windows so natural light can come through the window. Also, allow the light to shine through doors and windows when temperatures are moderate. Trim the hedges around windows to let more light in. Spend time exercising outdoors. When you're reading or setting up a workspace, make sure it's near a window. And when you're out at a restaurant or in a public space, try to sit near a window too. Again, even if the natural light is coming through the window, it's still going to help to reset your body clock. And finally, for those of us who can afford to take off the time, go to a sunny climate for a week in the midst of the winter. I remember I used to go to visit my parents during spring break in March for about 15 years. They lived in sunny southern Florida, and getting there from Portland, Oregon in March was a big, big treat, and it really made me feel a lot better. Finally, less exposure to natural sunlight during the winter means that the body is able to produce or is not able to produce as much vitamin D because the sunlight being absorbed through the skin is what stimulates vitamin D production. And since vitamin D is essential to physical health and also helps to regulate mood, many clinicians believe you should take a supplement of vitamin D, usually 2,000 IUs per day. I highly recommend doing this during the winter, and when the spring comes, get your blood rechecked, vitamin D3 levels, and see what your vitamin D level is. If it's risen back to its normal levels, you can stop taking it. If not, keep taking the 2,000 IUs of vitamin D a day. So in summary, wintertime is a time when the light is decreasing, the days are getting shorter, the nights are getting longer. This produces certain changes in mood called seasonal affective disorder, which can be quite dysregulating to people and impede their functioning. The use of light therapy, a light box, getting out in the early morning, getting exposed to as much natural light as possible, taking a vacation, these are some of the things you can do to survive the winter until the sun comes back again. Or you can just move to San Diego, but there's too many people there, really. We love Oregon. So I hope you've learned something from this video. If you want to learn more about this work, you can go to healingfromdepression.com. If you want to subscribe to the channel, click on the link that's going to show on your screen momentarily. And until we meet again, I wish you lots of light in your life. This is Douglas Bloch signing off.